everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So I am out to the garden to harvest some tomatoes, and I thought, why not take y'all on a July garden tour? So that's what we're going to do. I haven't done one since probably the beginning of June. So I wanted to kind of show you how everything's looking. First of all, let me just say, if y'all watched this for a while, you know, when we bought the homestead, we pretty much inherited a blind and deaf feral cat that we named Baby. She's on our opening still. So when she passed away, in her area that was kind of like her litter box, I had one lone tomato plant. And I said, I'll plant it here. It probably won't do well. And the only reason it looks so short is because the tall parts have fallen over. But it is producing so many beautiful tomatoes. It is so crazy. I'm going to have to harvest some in there too. And Mom, it's actually kind of funny, was moving out some bird seed and dropped it right in the area. And some corn stalks have grown. Interesting. We're fertile here at Ormsby Farm. So let's get into it and start with that opening.
I'm coming home.
Alrighty, y'all, walking up to the garden now, walking by one of our 3 pear trees. And if you remember in another garden tour, I said it got blight. We've treated it. It's producing wonderfully. I haven't gotten all of the dead limbs off. But one of my homesteading buddies that we work with at the farmer's market said that it could have gotten that because it has not been pruned properly. So this either fall or spring, we're getting all of our grapevines and trees pruned by somebody that knows what they're doing so that I can learn. Because that is always a good thing, y'all. Keep learning. Learn some more. So here we go, walking up to the garden. Y'all, the zucchini squash has produced so much this year. And I am pulling them out this week. I'm pulling out the zucchini, the squash, the cucumbers, the green beans, and the edamame. They've done wonderfully. You hear JW? Now, if y'all would have saw this, hopefully y'all came into my live that I'm doing today in the chicken coop and turkey area. I'm letting them out for the first time. But yes, the garden is right next to the coop. They're in there cock-a-doodle-ooing. Oh my gosh, I see so much red. But yes, I'm pulling out all of the summer stuff, the beans and the zucchini squash, the summer squashes, so that I can get stuff in for the fall garden. The spaghetti squash, the butternut, my broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to turn you around just so I can show you everything a little bit more, especially because the corn is doing so good. This is the first year we've done corn. So let me flip you around and then show you everything, because I've got to get harvesting. I don't know if you can see all the red, but I've got to get harvesting. Alrighty, y'all. So the corn, I'm not going to walk over there, but y'all can see it's doing really good. The first 3 rows are a peaches and cream. We've already put some up in the freezer for the winter, and this will be kind of another stash. Then the next 3 rows are a blue Indian popcorn that I got from my friend Christina over at Hilltop Gardens. And then the last 2 rows are also from Christina, and that is a glass gem. So corn's doing really, really well. She probably won't need to be watered today, but yeah. Chinese noodle beans is where we're going to start. It's going crazy, y'all. Look at all these beauties. And I sell these at the farmer's market. It's like hot cakes. Let me tell you, like hot cakes, because people think it's so interesting and so cool looking. I'll need to harvest some more so that I can sell and make that money. All right, y'all. So the edamame are one of them that are getting pulled. They've done its deal. They produce some great edamame. We have a gallon bag of edamame from this that we'll get to munch on. But they're getting pulled along with the green beans. So let me tell you, especially because they're right by what looks to be dying tomatoes, let me tell you what has happened. So here in Georgia, we have been having some tremendously hot days. alongside having some super wet weeks. It's been crazy. It has been the hottest and wettest that I have seen in so long, to where I've heard from other farmers that the reason our tomatoes are getting so big green-wise and not turning is because of so much water. So all of these tomato plants that are looking dead is, one, because life got away from me and I stopped pruning as much. What else can I say? But also that it's 97 to 102 degrees here in Georgia. I guess you could tell by me glistening on this camera, but also that it was so much water that it nearly flooded all of the tomatoes. So right here in the tomatoes, I'm gonna flip you back around and kind of walk you through. So a lot of them are looking dead-ish, but they're still producing really well, and we'll get a good harvest of these tomatoes and be able to put away before I pull them out, roughly around October, November. But yes, that's kind of why my tomato plants are looking so dead, is because we've gotten so hot and so much wet and water that they just couldn't keep up. So this is our first row of slicers. As you can see, I have a lot to harvest, y'all. There are ones that have gotten so freaking big, and now they're finally starting to turn, which is a good thing. These are our Jet Stars. They haven't done that great this year like they did last year. I think, again, it's because of the heat and the water. I'm just feeling blessed that we're going to get anything to put away from the summer. But yes, some of them are still looking good. Some of them are looking a little sad, but you know, as long as they produce and I can can stuff away, I'm okay with it. Now, I will say I never got around, again, I keep on saying that, life got away from me, but I didn't end up putting the little trellises up top. So a lot of the plants, as you see, have fallen over because they weren't trellised on anything. But I'm gonna be learning every year. Every year I'm learning more over here. And if you can see, the brandywines down there have done really well. Except that their leaves, I guess, just because of so hot and so wet, have just not, they don't look as pretty as they did before, but they're producing amazingly. We've already put up our amount of diced tomatoes that we do in a year already from the first harvest. I'm gonna need to get a lot of these Romas going, because the Romas is what I turn into salsa and sauce, and that's kind of my next thing. And as you can see, the 2 rows of Romas are doing really good. They just were falling over because I didn't let them trellis on anything. Again, 'tis life, y'all, 'tis life. It's homesteading life. Y'all know how it is. Bell peppers are doing so good, y'all, so good. They love this hot temperature. They love this stuff. So they've been producing really well. The only crazy thing is they do not get as big as they have years past. If you know what the deal is with that, leave it in the comment section for me. So I know, it's crazy. And then of course the jalapenos have done really well as well, which is right here by the first thing that is going to need to be pulled, which is the cucumbers. Cucumbers did amazing like they normally do. I have one on there that I'm letting kind of get overripe because I'm going to be saving the seeds from those. Starting fresh next year with all new seeds. Because I got a lot of my seeds from the Home Depot and they did not that great. So we get some new seeds. Okras are finally starting to pull off. Oop, I see one that I'm probably gonna need to harvest. Oh, a couple. And Mom's the only one that eats the okra, so we put it in freezer bags. Eggplants, meh, this year I see I got one on that plant. Definitely not enough to sell. Oh, this one's doing somewhat decent. I think once the cucumbers are pulled up, they'll do a little bit better because they'll have room to kind of grow. And then all this is going to be pulled up. This is our zucchini squash. They've done amazing. I think I see a ginormous one over there that I missed. Whoopsie. I'll show you once I harvest it. But these got to get pulled up so I can have my other squashes in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take y'all down to the pumpkin patch. Even though the pumpkin patches are usually in their own videos, I wanted to show y'all that, to show you how it's looking, since this is a garden tour. So we're just gonna flash poof. All right, and we're over here now at the pumpkin patch area. I'm watering, y'all, and it's in the shade right now because it's a little later in the day because I had to do other stuff while I was shooting, but everything's looking really good. A lot of the seeds have not germinated yet, but the other ones have come back. The ones that I was about to give up on have come back. So, make sure that you are watching all the videos. I'm going to leave the playlist up here of the pumpkin patch of this year to see how well it does. But y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to this garden tour video, which is my July video. If you're enjoying these July videos and the garden videos, make sure you are subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you know that anytime that new content drops to the channel. And go ahead and follow on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, and that new Threads thing, all at Ormsby Farm. And until next video, thanks for stopping by the homestead. Be blessed.
I'm coming.